What is up, everybody? This video might, I don't know how to explain this. I'm frustrated, I'm irritated, and disgusted with what I've noticed happening. If you've been paying attention to Dissociative's channel, they did a reaction to Trisha Paytas claiming that she has DID. Now, I'm not in any place to say if she does or not. I don't know her. I don't know her life. But I give Dissociated some serious credit for calling out the misinformation. My 2 cents on the whole thing, I'm not going to say if she has it or not because I don't know. I'm not a professional. But the way I'm seeing this and the pattern that I've seen with her is that this is all for attention. Keep in mind, a few months ago, she claimed that she was trans, and I am part of the transgender community. We didn't want her, because clearly she wasn't being serious about it. There was a lot of misinformation that she had with it. It was a whole thing. Like, there was a lot of problems. And she obviously isn't, like, so it was, to get views and everything, and this is exactly what this is. She noticed that DID was trending because of Anthony and Dissociated and all the people involved with Anthony's project. Shout out to Anthony Padilla, though. He was an absolute gem during that interview. I wanted to be a part of it, but I didn't know how to contact him. If there's any other people who want to do like a DID interview or something, I'd be happy to help if I can. But that's besides the point. So she got a lot wrong, and that's normal for a lot of people to get a lot of it wrong. There's a lot of stigmas. That being said, she has done some serious damage. DID is already a heavily stigmatized disorder. We are looked at, this disorder is looked at with fear, with hesitation to have it discussed. Many people don't even believe that it exists. And saying all the stuff that she did, I'm not going to repeat it because I'm trying to stay in control of my emotions with this. Saying all the things she did really undoes a lot of work that people like Dissociated, like Multiplicity Me, like I do. We put work into helping people understand this disorder, and what that does is it actually reverses all the hard work we put in. And I'm not a big channel, I'm just trying to help people in my way. My own way. Sorry, I'm still dealing with the cold. And I've seen people who like what I do and claim that I'm helping. Sorry, focus. Focus, camera. My camera's got this weird thing going on with its focus lately. There we go. The work that I've been putting in may seem inconsequential in comparison to Dissociated and Multiplicity Me, but they've been doing this longer. If I can help even one person understand their brain a bit more, then I'm doing something right. And I don't just cover DID, I cover a wide spectrum of different things. Because I want people to understand that if their brain is wired a certain way, it doesn't make them broken, it doesn't make them defective. We are an accepting place, but that acceptance can only go so far when there's misinformation being spread. Like, for example, one bit of misinformation I'm always debunking, because I keep seeing it, is system jumping. That's not a thing. Now, she didn't mention this, obviously, and I'm glad she didn't. I would have blown a gasket. I generally despise that mindset of people thinking that they can go into someone else's system. It doesn't work that way. But a lot of the things that were mentioned frustrated me. And I was very close to commenting on her videos, but I decided against it. What I did instead, and what I recommend everybody does, is report those videos for misinformation. Because, honestly, this is nothing against her personally, but it's harming a community that is already in so much trouble. Like, the DID community has a lot of problems, but at the same time, we're helping each other. And that's really what the whole point is. Anybody who makes DID content who has been diagnosed with this is trying to help others understand. And we can't tell you if you have DID or not, but we can help you understand your brain better and get help to see if you do. That's what happened with me. I was watching what's supposed to be Dissociative, and I started realizing similarities between what they were mentioning and my own brain. So in a way, I self-diagnosed until I got help. And it was confirmed to me by a therapist. This is the problem I have with what Trisha did. She just basically said, oh, I don't need to go to a therapist. Oh, I don't switch. If you don't switch, you basically do not have DID. Like, that's a part of this whole thing. Take it from me. I've switched on camera. Sometimes on purpose, sometimes by accident. It happens. I've switched in public before, and it is hard. I'm gonna say this with the greatest amount of kindness I can. You don't want DID. It is not something that you really should be pretending to have. Not only does pretending to have it, and again, I'm not saying she is, but I'm talking about I've seen people who have pretended to have this, just kind of pointing that out. There are people there who do pretend. And like I said, I don't know if she has it or not. But there are people who fake it, and that's why we're being very cautious about this whole thing. And that's why people are irritated. Because it sounds like she is. And there are people who call her out for it, saying, like, you don't have it. But I'm not going to be that person. I'm really not. Like, and, there was a time I thought Trish had changed. I thought Trisha had changed, and I thought maybe she's going to start making normal content and not doing this anymore. But then it started up again, and it's like, really? I don't know, like, my take on this whole thing is, it may be none of my business, but when you start, like, her brain's none of my business, and how it works and everything, but when you start damaging a community that I am a part of, you've already done damage to the trans community with what you've done. Don't do this to the DID community. We're already struggling enough. This is not necessary. If you go to a therapist, and they confirm this, we'll let it go. I'm sure everyone will let it go. But honestly, it's gonna take time. And I'm gonna say this now. If a week from now, you come back and say that you went to a therapist and they immediately diagnosed you, I'm going to have questions. Because it took me 12 years of my life to know that I had this. 12 years of therapy. Multiple wrong diagnoses. I was diagnosed with so many wrong things before figuring out that I had DID. It's not that simple to diagnose. It takes a long time. And there's a lot of other stuff that she said that just was false information, but if you really want to know what she had said, check out Dissociated's video on it, where they reacted to it. Nin did a great job, and I'm so proud, I'm so happy that they were so professional. It was very upsetting to see her get called crazy, because I've been called that. When I heard Trish say the words crazy involved with DID, I broke down. I cried earlier. Like, we're not crazy. This is not a movie. This is not Danganronpa. This is not Split. This is not whatever fucking medium. Hell, it's not even total drama with the character Mike who has DID. Like, it's not a fictional thing. Calling someone with DID crazy is invalidating them. Invalidating their struggles. Invalidating all of their others. Invalidating everything about them. And their trauma. Like, that's really wrong. But I feel like the main thing that I noticed that hurt me more, and this is going off the assumption that she does actually have this. I don't know if she does or not. But if she does, the way she talks about her alters / others is very negative. It was very uncomfortable to watch. I couldn't sit through it. What I did see of it was based off of Nin's reaction on Dissociative. And let me tell you, that stuff hurts when you know about your disorder. You know about what goes on here. And there's somebody making a mockery of it. I don't care how many followers you have. I don't care if you think this is funny or getting you views. Or if it's making you money. I don't care. Because honestly, I'm upset. It's this kind of stuff that made me unsubscribe from her after years of being a follower. And yeah, I did used to be subscribed to Trisha because she was friends with Shane, who I love Shane Dawson. I think he's an amazing person. But seeing the stuff she pulled, I couldn't deal with it. I've got enough to deal with. The whole thing is a lot. And that's not even getting into her second video where she called out not only Dissociated, but Anthony Padilla for basically telling her, hey, not cool. You know, you're wrong on so many things. And she claimed she was being attacked. And honestly, if she sees this video, she's probably going to say, like, stop. And she's going to be going after me. So, let me say this right now. I'm not attacking you. I'm being blunt with you. This is not funny. This is not something you should be doing until you know for sure that you have this. I can't deal with this kind of crap. I really can't. I've got so much going on in my head already. I haven't gotten to the point where my brain was buzzing from everything happening in a long time. That was earlier. It was not a fun experience. It put my inner world, my system, into an uproar. The cerebral system was a mess today because of this whole thing. And I never want to see this happen again. I'm not okay. I'll be 100% real with you. After all of that, and feeling like all the things that I've been through in my own disorder was basically, it was basically thrown in my face by someone I used to look up to. I'm not okay after that. In fact, I haven't been okay all day. I couldn't even enjoy my wrestling, honestly. Like, There were moments where I was having fun with it, but most of the time, my brain kept going back to what she said. And it hurt. It hurt a lot. I don't understand people. I don't understand why somebody can feel like that's okay to do. And I don't think I ever will. So anyway, I'm gonna cut the video here. I know I rambled a lot. And I'm sorry if I came across a little too angry, a little too blunt, or anything. I have a lot of pent-up emotions, and I've been trying to stay more in control for myself. You know, I don't want to deal with any switches because I have other videos to do. Like, not right now anyway. Like, when I have videos to make after this, after the video I'm doing, like, I have 2 more to make from after this one. Hopefully they'll be happier. But, I don't want to be tired for those videos. So, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you stopping by. I always do. If you like what we do here, like, comment, subscribe, all that good kind of stuff. Helps out a lot, especially with this algorithm. It is a mess. Definitely go check out Anthony Padilla's interview with people with DID. Check out Dissociative. They're great people. And honestly, just support the DID community after all this. It's a mess. It's difficult. And you're beautiful, you're valid, and you're important. That is very, very, very important to me and everyone up here. And I will see you in the next video that we make. So until then, goodbye.